This is the plaintiff, Antonia. She says the defendant is her cousin, who she paid for some pictures and a video of her birthday party, and she still hasn't gotten them. She paid the defendant good money for the pictures, and she's responsible because she doesn't have them, and she's suing for the $175 she's owed. This is the defendant, Luisa Flores. She says the plaintiff has always been the bully in the family, and she should have never gotten involved with the impatient girl in the first place. She offered to make an album for the plaintiff, but she refused and then filed this lawsuit. It's funny because the plaintiff still owes her money for food she paid for the party, and if she wants a court case today, she's got one. She's accused of failing her cousin. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $248.48 for photos and food.
All parties, please raise your right hand. You see the contorter, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Antonia, you are suing, you don't want us to mention your last name, you're suing your cousin Luisa Flores for $175, money that you paid for pictures and a video. You have a counterclaim against her for $248.48 for some food that she was supposed to reimburse you for and a photo album. All right, let me hear from you first. What's going on?
Okay, this is my cousin. I asked her to, I was giving my girlfriend a birthday party, and I asked her to find someone who could take pictures and do a video. She found our other cousin, which is her brother, and
Why did you think she could find somebody who would do that?
I mean, because she's old in the street, and then I know her brother do pictures too.
Okay.
So she called me, told me she got him, whatever, okay. So the day of the party, we go upstairs when it's almost, overnight, the party's almost finished. I pay her directly the $175 to give to him.
What were you supposed to get for the $175?
Pictures and a CD, a video.
How many pictures?
We didn't even discuss that. It just had a bunch of pictures and a video.
What happened?
When she asked for someone to come do the party.
Why didn't you just give her your brother's number?
It was the last.
Why were you involved so much?
Because my brother and her don't speak.
Well, now the two of you won't speak either, I'm sure.
And
if they don't speak, why would you want him at the party?
Well, I convinced both of them. I said, listen, this is family. You're not going to get anyone at this last minute. They're going to cost you an arm and a leg, because at this point, the money was being used up for the hotel and all the other. All
right, so were you there at the event?
Yes, I was there at the event.
And she reach a separate agreement about food?
That was before the party. We usually cook for the party, for our family birthday parties. We usually cook. Her and I work a lot, so we couldn't even cook, the trays that we usually cook. It wasn't gonna happen. So now she says finger food. She's just gonna get vegetables and fruit so you can do the dip. So she asked me to do the seafood dip. So I said, okay, I will get the dip. And then at the last minute, 2 days before the party, she asked for the shrimps. Where did I get the shrimp platters from? Can you get them from me? She said, I'll pay you back. Don't worry about it. I said, good. How
would she ask you to do that? Through email or text or?
No, she calls. She doesn't really text. She calls.
Show me the receipts for the shrimp platter and the seafood dip.
The seafood itself, I don't have that because that was at the last minute.
You need to prove when you're counterclaiming for $80, I need to see the proof of $80.
I didn't know she was going to sue me at all. I would have kept that.
But you understand, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very much so.
Okay, and then do you have the receipt for the seafood dip? For any of this, do you have a receipt?
Yes, I have the receipt for all the seasonings and the stuff I purchased.
All right, now what goes, at the time of the party, everything seems to be going right? There's no problems?
He's taking pictures.
When does the problem what day was the party?
January 27th.
That's a lot of seafood things in there.
Okay.
Seafood seasoning. Those are
so you expect me to know the ingredients of your seafood dip to figure out if this is...
That's the ones I checked off. That's why.
So you cook the seafood?
Yes, I make it myself.
All right, so at the party itself, things were going fine, right? Mm-hmm. When did something go wrong for you?
When I was told the pictures will be ready between 3 to 5 days, no longer than 7. And I waited like maybe 2 weeks or so. Nobody called me, said nothing. So I called her, and then it's like, oh, just be patient. We know what we're doing. We did this before. So then I finally called her brother. He not answering me. I called him from a different layer line. He answers me. So I'm like...
So at this point, it's how many days after the party?
It's like going on almost a month now. I said, what's going on with the picture? Oh, I gotta call you back. I said, Jose, talk to me. Where's my picture? Oh, it was a situation. I misplaced the chip.
Did the pictures get lost or something?
He explained to her his situation about he cannot get back into his house. He was having an issue, so he could not get his property. He could not go in until he had to wait for the police to exit him in the property to get his stuff out. Now
that's not good.
It's not funny because now he's been trying to break up and leave with his relationship that he has, and she does not want him to. So she holds his stuff.
Can you just speak in plain language? What was the issue that came up? He couldn't have access to his computer?
He could not get his property out, her
Meaning
apartment,
the computer?
Everything. All his belongings.
Right,
so,
but from their perspective, the important thing was he couldn't get to the computer that had the pictures?
Right. I told her, listen, I took pictures. My cell phone has flash. Before any guests came, I had everyone as family members, her immediate family, my aunt and her son taken before anyone came. And I was taking pictures.
Well, your brother had those.
My brother was not there at the time. He wasn't even in the city yet. He was coming from upstate New York. He was coming off the Metro North. When she gave me the money...
Why are you here and not your brother?
Thank you very much.
No, but I didn't mean you shouldn't be here. I mean, why are you so enmeshed with your brother, who should be a grown businessman, and why are you having to make excuses for him?
I'm telling you facts exactly what happened. And when she gave me the money was not at the end of the party. It was when he was setting up, she gave me the money. When I said, listen, she gave me the money, here's the money. She was standing right there. They shook hands, they hugged, and said, you know, I hate your guts, but I love you. And they continue on having their own conversation.
Okay, now you have in court two items that I'm dying to know what's behind door number one.
I told her I'd be happy to give you pictures that I have from my phone.
All right, can I see what's in the box?
Sure.
All right. Do you guys want to see what's in the box?
Not really. Not really.
Well, it's your birthday.
All, I just want to say.
You don't talk so much. It's your birthday. You want to see what's in the box?
I'm kind of curious. But
yeah, me too. I would be kind of curious. So, did you ever get the pictures on a CD from the brother?
No.
And did your brother ever get them?
I never even had spoken to my brother since February the 2nd.
Wait, did he ever get access to his stuff from his girlfriend?
I have no clue.
And why haven't you spoken to your brother?
He won't return no one's phone call.
What happened?
I think you're going to want it.
And you see how they standing together is when I was asking them to stand together, putting them together. Come on, let's take the group picture. That's the only reason why they came out nice and clear.
Oh, lots of empty album. They just got just those pictures in the front.
Well, the ones that come exactly with the order is too small.
Why didn't you sue the brother?
Because when I went to the smallest claim court, being I didn't know exactly where he lived, but he lived somewhere upstate, they said it was out of their jurisdiction. And being I dealt with her directly.
But that's not true.
To do with
that's
her.
not
That's
true.
That's what they told me. I don't know.
And let me tell you where the problem with that lies. Okay, first of all, you can sue him here. It's not outside of their jurisdiction. You just got to serve him there because he did business here. You understand? So you don't have to go over there to sue him.
Okay.
It's here that you go. But you do have to, pay the sheriffs over there to serve him because you hired somebody who lived over there, and over there is where he has to be served.
I dealt with her, gave her the money.
No, I know you dealt with her, but you never thought that it was her who was going to keep the 175.
Because I was trying to bring both of them, actually.
Hold on. You always knew that the 175 was going to go to the brother. Right. Now, you're at the party. You're also taking pictures. Her argument is she hired both of you. So why is that false?
No, I don't do pictures for a party. She did not never hire me, and I was never part of the deal. She asked me to get someone else. Get someone. I got my brother.
Okay, and why were you saying my brother wasn't there yet, so I was taking pictures of the people when they walked in?
Because it's a family party. That's her
Who were you
girlfriend.
taking those pictures for?
From family. Just family pictures.
Where is your brother?
My brother, for what I've heard from his wife, that he is homeless. That's what I heard from her, and she don't know.
And the
where
wife
he's
is the
at.
one who wasn't giving him his stuff?
No, his wife lives in New York.
Oh, who's the woman who wasn't giving him his stuff?
The person he had a relationship with up
And
there.
have you been able to communicate with her to get the pictures from this party?
No. I want to know where he's at. She can't even tell me where he's at.
Yeah.
Now he's homeless. And I thought that was more important than her harassing me for some pictures instead of helping me find out what happened to him.
Take all those pictures back, because she doesn't have to give it to you. So, but this is not my business. So take all of that and give that to her, unless you want to buy it. You want to buy any of that?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, would you sue a relative if that relative stiffed you?
Probably.
Wow, that was pretty easy. I was expecting a no. What do you say?
It depends on the situation.
Okay, the situation is that they stiff you for money and they're just not respecting you.
Depends on how much money is.
Does it really?
Yes.
$1,000?
Nah, I'm cool.
$5,000?
We have a problem.
Going inside the courtroom.
First of all, I didn't know his situation. He didn't tell me anything. Because she said to me he has a situation that he
What
needs
about
the
the
money.
seafood?
That seafood, she brought that on her own by accident.
Why are you
but-
counterclaiming $128.28 owed for a photo album?
It's right here what I paid for. I downloaded
To develop the
it.
pictures?
Yes, it's right here.
Let me see what you got there.
And I kept telling her anything I had to do was go pick them up.
I want to know,
I'm trying to
like,
get to
why you ended up sending all these pictures to Walgreens to the tune, to get printed up, to the tune of $120.28, because that's what these pictures cost. I kind of want, bring the album to her. Take a look at all this stuff. I'm saying all this and then I haven't, don't worry about her. I want you, it's your birthday. I mean, I know what
That's
I'm
my
saying.
surprise to her. Given by me to her.
Look at all she did for you guys.
Just to keep the peace.
When you go out and you spend, as I see you did, $120 on the photo album just to try to keep the peace, that's beautiful. And it's one of the nicest things I've ever seen anybody do in my courtroom. I don't see that much nice stuff. By the time it comes to me, it's irreparably harmed. You know, and you did that to keep your brother out of trouble and to make them happy, but at no point did they ever agree to pay your brother $175 and you again for albums. Now, I want to tell you, and I want to make perfectly clear that on your lawsuit against her, my verdict is for her. You may have given her the money, but it's like buying a house through a realtor and then suing the realtor for hundreds of thousands of dollars in damage instead of the seller. The realtor is a disclosed agent. You know who the person is. That's a person who is merely hooking you up with someone else who's going to do the work. So she doesn't have to pay you back. You know where the money went. So yes, you have to go through the effort of finding out where he is in upstate New York and filing a lawsuit against him. But no, the lawsuit can be filed here regardless of where he lives because he did the business here. That's what's dispositive.
Is there any way you can ask her to give me his address?
Okay, Your Honor.
She said he's homeless. Do you have his address?
Where he was living.
Your Honor.
Do you have his address?
Oh, no.
All right. On your lawsuit against her, you're suing the wrong person. My verdict is for Louisa. And on her lawsuit against you, as for the food, we've been over it. Without some indication that that wasn't just something you did as a guest, that you don't have anything for the $80, and for the $48.20, you have really just like a little bit of crab, a a little bit of, I can't make the recipe out of that. But I don't see, you cannot prove to me that there's an obligation to pay you back for that as opposed to that you were just bringing stuff. On the photo album, that breaks my heart because I know she's out $128, but for them to be obligated to pay you the $128, they had to have agreed to pay you separately for it. And they didn't. Now, take all those pictures back because she doesn't have to give it to you. So, but this is not my business. So take all of that and give that to her unless you want to buy it. You want to buy any of that?
I don't feel I should pay for something. I'm
well,
not
you should chase the other guy for his whole 175. This has nothing to do with that guy. This is just her trying to be nice. But there's no reason she should pay $120 for that stuff and then you get it for free. So if you don't want to buy it, you know what? If you want to buy it, you talk to each other. All right? Give that back to her because it belongs to her. It doesn't belong to you. All right? So if you want it to belong to you, you folks speak like civilized human beings outside. It has nothing to do with my lawsuit. On your lawsuit against her, 0. And on her lawsuit against you, the food we've talked about and the album is yours. They never obligated themselves to pay that a second time. You were trying to help that make the piece. It didn't, and that's fine, but that doesn't mean that they owe you for those development costs, okay? So that's my verdict. Good luck, folks, and hopefully this doesn't destroy whatever relationship you guys had, regardless of, how much you should have been a warning not to hire her brother with the prior problems you've had with him. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
Just hold on right there, please.
Well, after a lot of talking, it's a 0-0 tie here in the People's Court.
Yes.
Well, what do you think about this? I mean, your cousin, obviously you guys have worked together, parties together a lot, good friends for a long time. What now?
Nothing now. We good.
You're good?
I'm good. I'm good.
But you sued her.
I'm always be good.
Good. Okay. Very
Thank
good.
you.
All right. You did a really nice thing. I'm so sorry that it worked out this way for you. You're upset, aren't you? What are you thinking right now?
When you're mature, you're supposed to come to, just do it in a peaceful manner.
You still be friendly with them? They're family.
This is generations. She's been like that even for my mother and her mother's generation
Really?
doing this. Yes. And it's
I
just
hope
sad.
you can work it out. You did a really nice thing for her. Okay, thank you. Interesting case, sad case. What do you think, Harvey?
Okay, Doug. So look, here's the thing. You can sue somebody when you have to figure out where you sue. You can sue either where the wrong occurs or where the defendant resides.